Lisa looked up just in time to see a tiny lion cub tumbling from the sky. She had no idea where it came from, but seeing its pitiful, helpless expression, she couldn't bear to leave it alone in the dangerous forest. Reluctantly, she scooped it up and carried it home. Just as she was about to close the door, a white wolf barged in, a pup clutched gently in its jaws. Without hesitation, the wolf retreated into a corner of the house. Confused but curious, Lisa gathered her courage and approached. To her surprise, she recognized the wolf. She had encountered it before during a walk in the woods. Back then, its sudden appearance had startled her, but the wolf had shown no aggression, only staring at her with pleading eyes. Upon closer inspection, Lisa realized the wolf was tangled in a net, unable to move. Strangely, instead of fearing her, the wolf seemed comforted by her presence, as if it recognized her scent. Lisa suddenly remembered her grandfather's old recordings. The very same wolf had been one of his animal companions. Perhaps traces of his scent still lingered on her coat. She quickly took it off and draped it over the wolf, soothing it before carefully cutting the net away with a knife. Once freed, the wolf bolted without a backward glance. Still, Lisa was happy. Seeing it run free had warmed her heart. But now, here it was again, stubbornly camped out in her house with its pup. Lisa sighed. Her quiet home had officially become a zoo. She tried calling the authorities, but her phone had no signal. Then, by sheer coincidence, an animal protection officer arrived, inquiring about the lion cub. Lisa almost confessed everything until she learned the cub had escaped from a circus. The thought of sending it back to such a life made her recoil. She decided then and there to keep it. Back inside, she found the wolf nursing its pup. To her astonishment, the lion cub casually trotted over and joined in. The wolf didn't protest. Maybe, in its eyes, the cub was just another hungry child. The sight was so heartwarming that Lisa made up her mind. She would raise them both. Over the next few days, the two little rascals became inseparable. They tumbled and played recklessly around the house, while the wolf returned faithfully each day to feed them. Lisa, enchanted, documented their antics with her phone. As time passed, the cubs grew clingier. Whenever Lisa practiced piano, they'd play outside, but the moment she stopped, they'd stick to her like shadows. Some days, they napped together in a forest cabin, splashed in the creek, or watched sunsets by the shore. At night, they curled up beside her, content. Then came Lisa's piano audition. She reminded the pair to behave, left a window open for the wolf, and promised to return in 2 days. The audition was a triumph. She earned a spot with the Los Angeles Symphony. Yet instead of joy, dread settled in. This meant leaving her little family behind. The wolf pup would be fine with its mother, but the lion. Before she could find a solution, disaster struck. While hunting, the wolf was spotted and captured by a conservation team. Returning home, Lisa was met with chaos. The cubs had ransacked the house in hunger. Her anger dissolved into panic when she realized the wolf was gone. After a futile search, she fed the distraught cubs, wrestling with guilt. She couldn't balance work and their care. Reluctantly, she decided to surrender them to the animal sanctuary until that night, when they crept into her bed, clinging to her as if sensing her plan. Her resolve crumbled. The next morning, she quit the symphony. With the wolf gone, the cubs imprinted on Lisa as their new mother. She named them Mozart the wolf, and Dreamer the lion, passing her unrealized musical dreams onto them. Mozart, as if destined, even played the piano with comedic gravitas. Winter arrived, blanketing the forest. The cubs, now massive, romped in the snow while Lisa prepared feasts to fuel their growing appetites. Her grandfather, though wary of their size, helped supply meat, insisting Lisa check in daily via radio. But danger lurked unseen. When spring thawed the woods, a mother and daughter came flower picking. Spotting them, Mozart and Dreamer bounded over in playful greeting. Lisa, terrified they'd be mistaken for threats, sprinted to intervene only to trip on a rock, slamming her head unconscious. Mozart reached her first, nudging her desperately like a guilty pup. Dreamer joined, howling for help. But the island was deserted. They kept vigil through the night. At dawn, her grandfather's voice crackled over the radio. After unanswered calls, he sped to the island. Finding the house empty, he circled the shore until Mozart's cries led him to Lisa's still form. Thanks to him, she survived.